We don't have an intro.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, you're just gonna talk one, or just gonna one of you guys gonna start it?
Yeah, we usually just jump into it. Yeah. I mean, we have you here now.
So we don't have to introduce anybody, right? So
It's like, you were our guest. But now we
that's all I was telling him. I was like, we don't have to like make an introduction. The more I'm here, it's just gonna be thing, and then we'll just people start popping it on social media, and then we're good.
This is like an announcement in itself, because you're
you being here. You're just gonna be here more often.
This is his permanency.
Yeah, this is my seat now.
He needs a director's chair with his name on it.
No. Just regular chair, fine.
Yeah. So concert, right? That's what we want to start off with. So San Francisco. I mean, it was honestly, it exceeded my expectations, just because I didn't really know what to expect from a younger performer. Also, the promoters, Cali La Mela. It's a newer promotion, right? These guys, I think, just recently in the last couple of years have started putting events on. So, he came on at around 11 o'clock. We got there at 9 something. The venue itself, it wasn't like a proper concert venue. It was more of like a club, like a warehouse type deal.
Okay.
There was no seating. There was just it was just a big room, and then you had a couple bars like on the walls. But
that area, Midway, I think, is where like that place Raf Sapera is supposed to perform, the Portola. I think it's like right next to it, that little area.
Mosh pit style, everything?
Yeah, it is a mosh pit style. But the cool thing about it was, though, is we're not like, I went there with my girlfriend and a couple of our friends, and then her sister and her boyfriend as well, but like, we're not like mosh pit type people.
Okay.
So, but there was like, if you go farther from the stage, closer to the bar, it was like a chill. I mean, there's still no seating.
He's also like 7 feet tall. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, because I don't think people like it when I'm mosh pit.
He's tiring but he has no big deal for you.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, it was more chill. Is my mic on, by the way?
Yeah, it is. You don't hear yourself?
I don't hear myself. Okay, now it's good. Yeah, it was more chill if you go closer to the bar, because like that was where there was less people. But anyways, so he came out for about 45 minutes, which I think for a newer artist, he did all the songs that I expected him to do. But I mentioned this before on our Instagram, but I really like the openers as well. Like Raginder came on with Supreme Sidhu. Those are two like California-based guys, and Raginder specifically, man, like that dude's very talented.
Oh yeah.
Like he goes up there and he owns the stage. Like he has this aura about him that like the whole room is like feeling a certain type of energy. It's very like mellow, and everyone's kind of just vibing. So that was my favorite part of the show. But
I think it's like live instruments.
Yeah.
Like, like how you were a totally bad. I mean, you used to play Dole. When you play Dole, you like magnify the whole, or like, not magnify, but like,
someone's passion, you can see it through a live instrument, right? Like I did an event with Milkeith, I think 3-4 nights ago, and this is the first time I've seen him perform like at a wedding event with a live band, compared to him singing over like song. Night and day difference, man. Like just hearing the live instruments being played, him singing live, fire, man.
Yeah.
Fire. It's so different.
Yeah. When someone's performing live and doing their thing live, and there's nothing playing in the background, like that's when you know it's like they're a real artist, because they're doing their thing and they're on the spot. So you can't really mess up, right? Because everyone's watching you. And But he killed it, man. Shout out to Raginder. That was a great performance, and he's coming back, I think, in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we're going, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going.
We're going.
Yeah. Excited for that.
No, I have the date set out. Like, I'm going. We're going.
We going. We're gonna mob that one.
We got a crazy week, because I think that's in like 2 weekends, right?
Yeah. Today's Sunday, so it's gonna be 2 weeks from today.
It's on the 6th, right? Yeah. Okay.
We got like 2 wedding families. Oh, sorry. We got 2 weddings back-to-back weekends.
Okay.
That same weekend, that Raginder weekend, we have the Raf Sapera show that we're going to.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, like going to a wedding and then going to the show and then reception, and then Raginder's gonna be a wild weekend.
Time of your lives right there.
Yeah, dude. It's gonna be Raf on Friday, wedding reception Raf on Friday, reception Saturday, and then Raginder Sunday. That's gonna be
good times for y'all, man. Yeah. Sukkot's tight, man. It looked good. Like from what I saw, like I would have went if they had like, you probably heard it on my banters before, like if they had like any type of seating or like a bottle service type of thing, I would have went.
Yeah, like a table or something.
Mosh pit, not knowing for you was fine, but not knowing like, am I gonna bump into this person or this or that? Like
it gets heated.
Dude.
We had been there, done that.
We had a situation at Raf show. some guys were like, we're standing, and these guys are like trying to like, me and Amrin are standing. These guys are like,
everyone
like,
wants to get
trying
to
to wiggle through, and I'm like, dude, you guys are grown men. What are you doing? Like, come on.
You know, we're really nitpicking here. We should be happy with all the entertainment we're getting. All these promoters doing it.
This is new. This is new.
This is very new and different for the live performing, especially in California. Like, I feel like UK, maybe even Canada got this, but us in Cali,
we haven't got
artists coming to these like the cities where we can go. It's a blessing.
Like, like that's like big props to Cali de Mille. Like
they put on a good event.
I think they're putting the LA show or like the after party. They're putting it on with rap.
Okay, that's sick,
something like that.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, that's
cool. It ain't no easy. You could try to throw a show. You say what you want.
Show is hard.
Yeah. You did one. It was like a charity show a few years back.
I did a fundraiser back in 2021, and trust me, it was not easy. Me and my boy Sonny, we had some help, but mostly all the organization went on us.
Right.
And it was tough.
Yeah.
There's no joke, man.
Yeah.
So like, but I think nowadays you got like venues that'll help you outdo it, so it makes it easier.
Yeah.
So, but when we did it, it was good. It was tough. Don't get me wrong. It was so stressful, but we were able to raise $40,000 in about 4 hours. So
that's solid. That's really good.
Yep. So
no, it was a good show. It went really smooth. The crowd was really chill from what I saw. There weren't any like fights or nothing.
Good.
It was a younger crowd, like more like early 20s kids, like my generation, but it was a good show, man. It went smoothly. It wasn't too rowdy or nothing like that. It was a solid show. Definitely exceeded my expectations.
And Silka's only like what, 20 years old.
He's 20 young, super young. Man.
Shout out to him, dude, ripping it right now. Yeah. He's one of the guys I see myself like on my playlist, going back and listening. Like, okay, I love like Dust Chuck does one of my favorite songs right now. I'm like, just the way he pops in and out, is flow of his voice.
Does he get plays like on like dance floors and stuff?
You know, I just recently made an edit for it for like my events. Added like the more danceable elements, tool in there. So I haven't got to hit it yet, but I'm gonna. That's on my radar.
Because like that's like one thing I didn't even think about is with a lot of like Punjabi music that comes out,
it's missing those things.
It has to be like, can it hit like on the dance floor? Is it going to be like recommended? It's going to be like played?
Well, I think it just depends, like on style of DJ. With you guys know, we all move naturally. Punjabis move with the dole, right? So like when his songs come out, like they're good, but you still need to add. And a lot of songs, 90% of the songs,
definitely,
you have to add shit to dole, all the stuff, and completely change the song for it to work on the dance floor.
Definitely.
So it's work. You know what I mean? It's work to get it to go there. But yeah, the original would be really hard to play because it doesn't have that groove that you want.
Definitely.
You know.
Definitely. Like not trying to change the subject, but like AP Tidlon, he dropped his album. Yeah. Any of those songs, would they be like? Would you drop that? Like, would you like? Does that play on the dance floor?
I made an edit to Old Money. Is that what it's called? Okay. Yeah, that works. And then 315 with Jazzy. I basically cut it up real short. One line of AP, one line of Jazzy, and then got out of it, but completely changed it. And I actually let Jazzy hear it, and he was like, "Yo, this is good."
Yeah, that's
and
sick.
I was like, "I'm not gonna put it out. It's just for my events. I might not even use it, but it hits. I'll send it to you guys. I'll send it to you guys. Yeah. So I even did one for like Hood Harvest. Like these songs, I want to play them, but like they need like the flow, like the Desi flow to it, like for at least for my style.
Yeah. I mean, for most dance floors, you need some type of like addition.
Yeah. Like it's needed.
Do you ever add it like on the floor, like you
can.
Yeah,
you can, but you can do it live. It's just like when you're going in and out, you have to do more. It's pretty much like easier if you just
I can see it. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
How do you manage to work in, like, let's say the bride and groom have like a, before the event, they're like, we want to hear XYZ specifically. Like, how do you work that in with like whatever you have pre-planned, like any edits?
I send all bride and grooms like a list.
Oh, okay.
Is there any songs that you guys specifically want me to hear? And then they'll fill it out, or I have genres on there. So they'll just pick genre, then I can kind of catch their vibe. I look at their age, Surprisingly, not everybody thinks that couples are going to be like couples that are like getting married now. They still like 90s, even hip hop, R&B, and like 2000s, like hip hop, and then along with 90s punk. Like I did a wedding last night, and the groom's favorite song was like Safri Chanman Makran, right?
Damn, that's
he's all about probably like 25 years old.
Yeah.
And the song came out, what, in 95, I think? 96, around there?
Came out, back in the day.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
I got to show you that, too. I mean, we'll definitely release it. That I told you, like, we found, like, Safri tapes. And,
from the Midla.
From the Midla.
Yeah.
I actually pulled it.
It's in the Google Drive. Yeah.
You pulled it out? You pulled it out DVD?
I pulled it out. I just have to, like... With VHS, it's like it's a process to edit. Like, this is like it's over my head. Like, you know, you're saying, like, it's a whole, like, learning, because I got to go on YouTube, find out how to, like, edit VHS, and, like, it's basically make the colors pop better.
I think you could send it to someone who'll do it for you.
Yeah, I want to learn.
Oh,
that's what
Shout
it is.
out, man.
I'm trying to learn it. Yeah,
that's cool, man. I like that. People trying to learn. These are weird today. It's kind of off topic, but have you guys heard of a Joe the Juice, the place in the Bay? It's like a juice bar, like health food, kind of like.
No.
So I walk in there today to get like a smoothie or a bowl or something, right? And we're in San Ramon.
Mm-hmm.
So I go there and it's packed, and I'm sitting there for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, is someone gonna come help me? And it's fine. Some lady comes out and was like, "Oh, sir, we're not taking orders right now." I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "We're just so backed up. There's like 3 of us, and only one of us know how to use the juicer."
Oh, man.
And I was like, well, knowing me, I'm really hangry in the morning. Well, the other 2 don't know how to use it? No, they were never trained. Well, they don't want to learn how to use it, or they just, you know, I'm like, when you want to learn how to do something, you'll do it.
Yeah.
No, sir, I can't answer that right now. We're just really backed up. If you want to wait, you can wait, but we might take orders in 20 minutes. I'm like,
That's
I appreciate you trying to learn a new skill, dude.
Yeah.
That's still fresh in my head. It frustrated me.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah. I mean, waiting there. Yeah. I can see that.
You guys ever see anything like different nowadays? Like when you go into like places of business that are in service industry that are like slowing down, like, or like they just can't keep up. Everything's taking long, or like it just seems like every business is understaffed.
Yeah,
I think the pandemic messed a lot of hiring up, because like there was a lot of any like restaurant that you'll go to, even like a chain spot, like everyone has like we're hiring, right?
Because it's paid. They're not getting paid. I mean, like you're not like minimum wage. I mean, what is it, like $15 here?
No, some of these places is 20.
Yeah,
and
like
if you go to the Bay,
San Ramon, like your apartment rent is like $3K. Like,
any big city, I
don't know.
No, it is a problem, because then the people that do work there might not be the most qualified, because they're desperate. They'll hire anybody. Like, you know,
true.
Yeah,
it's a situation. I don't know how to tackle that.
It's tough.
But it is good to like have skills, you know, and just like for us, like we at first used to outsource our reels to this. We use this app called Fiverr, where you can just find like freelance.
I love Fiverr.
Yeah.
Oh,
freelance people.
I use it for a lot of marketing stuff in the DJ end, but like it's cool, man.
Yeah. But then for the last episode, I was like, you know, we were paying this guy like $20 a reel, not bad.
Yeah.
We could split it too, like. But I was like, you know, I feel like the stuff he was doing, like we could probably figure out how to do it ourselves, and at least that way, like, we can, because it's hard, because I would just send him a clip and I would list out like, okay, this is what I want, XYZ, and he would deliver.
Yeah.
But when you're doing it yourself, you can kind of tweak and add your own stuff.
Do anything yourself. Man. Like editing any type of like content or anything, like it's cool to give to someone.
Yeah.
But when you could do it yourself, when you have a mind of what you want and you're gonna do it the way that way, that's vibes.
It's definitely better. And also when you put it out, it's like more fulfilling, because it's like, okay, I made it. I didn't just pay some dude to do it.
Yeah. So you guys are going to RAF Friday? Is it coming up this Friday?
So this Saturday is his off ends party. There's no concert before. It's just the party on Saturday in San Francisco, and then on Sunday,
Saturday the 28th.
This coming Saturday, yeah.
This Saturday.
Okay, in San Fran.
Yeah.
You guys know the timing?
It's gonna be at 10 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna be there. Simran,
I'm probably gonna free up like at midnight, but I'm gonna be in there.
I mean, it's supposed to go until 2. So if you are in the area, let me know. I'll be there for sure.
Okay.
And then the next day, he's performing at Portola, the music festival, which is also in San Francisco.
What is it?
Yeah, I think that's the one that's like next to the Midway. Like they have like that.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
So it's in the city.
Yeah, it's in the city.
That one. So I think he's coming on at 4. But you know, he hasn't been promoting that one too much relative to like the rest of his general tour shows. I think that one, it's going to be a little smaller, because I remember seeing like a poster recently where I think he's only going to be performing for like half an hour.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah,
that's
good. But the thing is, like, I wanted to see him there too, but I would have had to buy a ticket for the whole festival, which is like I think almost like $200 or something. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna see him.
That's like Coachella pricing. Think about how much I paid at Coachella.
Yeah,
that's pretty good for how many artists you see though. Like, I mean, that's you're even that. The crew Punjabi Hit Squad's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's sick.
I mean,
that's sick.
Yeah, they had like a boiler room too with like I saw. After, have you ever seen Rap's Boiler Room?
Yeah. When that was nice. Some of the boiler rooms are like, I'm like, this looks a little staged.
They look a little.
These are the forced vibes, man. There's not like natural vibes.
Yeah. Over there, I mean, I saw because I saw Punjabi Hit Squad saying to do the same thing when their DJ like plays something and they want the crowd to get hyped. If they don't get hyped enough, they'll like be like, let's do it again.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's not natural. Yeah. They do not. It's just a trend right now.
Yeah.
It's like fucking
That's a trend.
That dance.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Barely they get it is tight, man. But I think it's time to.
Yeah.
You know,
it's an old song too, right?
Very old, like maybe like 2018, 17 around there, right?
Do you know where it even like originated? Is that from like TikTok?
Man.
No idea.
Somebody did a dance. Whoever was the first person to do that dance is like telling everybody I was the first person to do that.
Yeah.
Now it's like
because that thing blew up.
I see it in June, and we're over here in October. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you're seeing it everywhere now. It's cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's like it's at that point where it's gonna be like,
It's a good song though.
Yeah.
Song's always fire. Song's fire.
Just the dance.
No, the song. Dance. I'm talking about the trend. The
trend.
The song's not. It's not even like the main line is pretty. It's like the second verse in there. That's what blew off.
Yeah, it's in like the middle. Has anybody asked you at like a reception to play the song so that they can do the dance?
Oh yeah.
Man.
So you're probably hella sick.
I think I did one I think I did one last week in Seattle when they asked me to play it 4 times.
Oh man,
4 times.
Damn,
I get it.
I think like twice is good, and then
last night I played it twice. Once on my own, and once I just ran it back right away, and I was like, hey, let's just knock it out.
Get it out of the way.
Get it out of the way. And they're like, I posted that banter like, oh, let's end it, and then they're like, a lot of people messaging me like, sorry, Slam, but we're gonna do it in November because that's when the wedding's coming up, and we haven't had no other chance to do it, so we're gonna do it. I'm like, you know what? More power to you.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. That's what I was gonna ask too. About like when you like with music, Punjabi songs especially, you hear this like at wedding receptions, and you're hitting like a list of songs that we probably listen to in the car, right? Mm-hmm. And then you're also like making Slamz tape on your own when you're like driving to an event, or like you got headphones, you're I don't know, like at the gym or something. Are you still listening to Punjabi music?
Honestly, like what I listen to are my mixes. I make my mixes for myself, and then I'm like, luckily that's always been the case day one, right? Mm-hmm. Like I want to put this in there, I'm gonna leave this out because everybody likes that song, but I don't like it, so I make it for me, and luckily some people like them. It's been all right. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. And honestly, most time in the gym, like I don't listen to music.
Yeah,
I'm like sometimes, like usually when you make music, like even if it's a remix or original song, you're so fed up with that song making it, or like that mashup mixing, you're like, I need a break from it. Yeah.
You have this one mashup with Sidhu. You dropped it like when he was still like alive, and I used that at the gym. I remember hearing it once, and I was like, damn! Like at the gym, it was like hit. Yeah.
Man, he removed one of my mixes, man.
Really?
A long time ago, I came out with a mix called Moose Tape, and then he came out with that album. And so the copyright thing hit it because he licensed that name.
Damn.
So anything else that's associated with that, they removed it.
Maybe that was the mix. Maybe
it might have been.
That might have, because I remember that mix.
That fire, bro. And then, like I still play it at my events still, but like it was on SoundCloud.
That was probably what it was. I think
it might have been, dude. And like I was like, dude, I used to put like the name of the person and always put tape afterwards, right?
Yeah, you put like Slamz tape.
I have like a Gurdas tape, and I'm like, and then Moose tape came out, and they're like, one day I wake up and I get a notification on my phone. It's like, yeah, you copied Sidhu Moose tape album. We're taking your shit off.
Damn,
that's a tough break,
man. R.I.P. But like, man, that'd be cool. Like, find out like where he got the name. Man, you never know, right?
Yeah, maybe he heard it. Yeah, I know he's on SoundCloud.
Yeah,
I remember he put his first song. I can't remember what it was, but it was one of those he first came out with. It was on SoundCloud, and I remember watching an interview back, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm on SoundCloud."
He was like he had a couple of songs with some people before he dropped with Big Bird. I remember, and like he had like some Bolian song. I remember.
Yeah. I can't remember who did like the music for. It might have been like It might have been Deep.
I think Deep, because they did. Yeah,
that Toronto time, Deep was popping at that time. He still is.
He is still. Yeah. He has good music still. Yeah. He has. I mean, that's another random one. He has a freaking song. I forget what it's called. He has like the Tiara family in there.
Oh, guys?
Yeah. And I was like, it's so random. Like, he's coming out here to make a song. It's a badass song.
Style.
It's a badass song. That song hits, and I was just like,
they made it here. I think in Yuba, somewhere around here with the jet skis and stuff.
It looked like that one like Bullard's bar.
Might have been, yeah. I could find out. I could ask Harmon.
Yeah, but like, I was just like, that's such. It's a good song, and I was just like, how does that even come about? Like, you get.
At that time, Deep was putting out his own singing bangers. Anything he puts out that he sings is always at least an 8 or above.
Yeah, it was good.
It's always really good.
It was good. Yeah. Is that? I mean, another like just random song too, or it was like filmed in Yuba, was that Chunni song?
Was it Bobby?
I think Bobby. Yeah. I think like.
I remember someone telling me they were here in town.
Yeah. Gopi Gill was like he had him posted at that. Is that Tim's Mini Mart?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's pretty sick. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Like, one of my nieces was watching it, and she was like, oh, like, I know that spot. And she's like 10 years old, right? And I'm like, that's sick. Like, that's cool recognition.
Bro, those guys are sick, but I just can't keep up with the releases, man. There's probably one dropping right now as we speak.
They drop.
It's hard, man. It's hard to keep up with a lot of drops, and they drop like. I mean, I get it.
How do you do that usually? How do you keep up?
I'll cycle through and listen through everything on, like, most of the time on YouTube, and then Sonny's really good. My boy Sonny, he's really good about filtering out like the stuff he knows I'll like, and he'll send it to me and be like, "Yo, this is fire. You like this? You like this? You like this?" And new stuff. But we still miss some. I mean, I'm sure there's
of course.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's you miss a lot of music. Like, you're not gonna like what the algorithm's gonna throw at you. Like, I feel like Spotify is really good. We use Apple Music, but I think Spotify does a better job at the algorithm. Yeah. And like sending you newer songs. Apple Music, I think their quality is the best.
Yeah.
But they don't like, their algorithm doesn't like, they'll be like, my algorithm will be like a bunch of Bollywood songs, and I'm like, I don't want that.
No, that's very valid. Yeah.
I mean, every Punjabi guy likes Bollywood music, no matter
you already know.
They admit it or not. The most Kharku, Khalistani Punjabi guy will underneath somewhere likes Bollywood music. It's factual.
It can be catchy, here and there.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan. I think I wasn't raised enough maybe around it. I think if you're like brought up like young watching movies, you're gonna. I mean, some of the like mainstream songs I know, right?
Yeah,
but like
they're very melodic, so that's why they're really catchy. Like you can memorize, especially the ones that were made in like 90s, 2000s. They're really catchy.
Oh yeah. I just don't like how they take like like Punjabi songs and then put their own spin on it, and then like.
They buy them though.
Yeah,
they buy them.
They actually buy them.
Oh, they can't just take the song and just redo whatever they have along with it. They have to do it properly.
Unless it's like T series and they own like that. No, not even like that. If it's like the same label. It depends.
Yeah, who has the rights to it, right? But like I know, like some artists, they won't just give their song to Bollywood, like and be like, "Oh, lads, you'll do whatever you want with it." No way. The artists usually have like. Some rights in there. Yeah. It's not all just the record company.
Yeah, I mean, it pays out, right? Yeah, especially Bollywood.
Yeah, man. But Bollywood, some of the songs they've butchered. Luckily, we don't remember those. We don't, at least.
Like that song Kala Chasma, right? They're talking about glasses, but like the song's not even. It's like supposedly talking about like a mole.
Really?
Yeah, there was like I don't know. I saw someone.
Honestly, the song's cool. I'm not really a big fan of it. To be honest with you, like it flows and DJ here and there.
I just hate the dance that comes with it. I'm just like, what is that?
One thing was cool, the little scratch, and then the guy fucking does the thing. That was cool.
It's cool. Or
music on top though. Punjabi music right now.
Yeah, I feel like
it's really taking off. Like
it's hitting. I feel like it always hits like a new peak. Like it doesn't like, you think it's peaking, but there's more. Yeah. There's more coming.
Oh yeah, 2 guys running stadium tours around the world, man. Ojla and Diljit, and then there's this good young group coming up. OG's still doing good. Like Jazzy's still doing his thing. Malgeet's still doing his thing.
I heard Jazzy's actually. I forget where I heard it, but his next album isn't going to be like a folk album. He's going to try to do something like new.
Oh, probably.
No?
No, I think probably he's always trying something new. He'll give it a shot. That's one person who'll take a risk. It's him.
He tried it, I think, on his like Folk and Funky 2 album. He had like one song in there that was like way different than whatever he'd really. It was freaking good.
Yeah.
Well, even the one he just did with AP, that's not his typical sound, right? And I personally, I thought it was sick. To be honest, I know there's some older folks that just want to hear the same thing over and over again, but I always like. At least you have to respect an artist for trying new things, man. Like AP has been getting a lot of heat lately because people say like, oh, he needs Gurinder Gill back. Oh. You know, he's not doing what got him here. And honestly, like it's all a matter of taste, right? Like for me, I still enjoyed his most recent album, The Brown Print, but it's obviously very different from the stuff that got him to this point. So he's made a shift, and his core base of fans, who are probably primarily hip-hop fans that followed him to this level, now they're getting a different sound, and they're like, like, what the hell is this? Why? Like,
the song with Gunner is really good.
Yeah. That song's
really
good.
Yeah. It's a good album, man. He ripped it.
So, it's a good album.
Yeah. Ripped it.
It's called Brown Print,
The Brown Print,
right? Yeah, the first song. Even that bonus track,
They're all good. Bora Bora's good.
Yeah. That track, I was just like, that's like really different for Punjabi music, and it just brings a whole different album.
And for him to invite someone like Jazzy in there, and Jazzy to say, okay, I mean, I think that's about 30-year age gap between those guys.
Yeah, that's like 2 generations.
25, 30 years, that's 2 generations.
But I mean, like, if you had Jazzy B on your album, like, I think most people would be like, hell yeah.
Well, I mean, just for like someone like Jazzy to be like, okay, I'll collab with you. I mean, you're not going to collab with anybody.
Yeah. That's also one thing. Yeah,
love right there.
That's cool. I know. Yeah, that's the one heat we get with Brown Print is just like I think AP gets. You just see it. Some people it's like Gurinder Gill. Like they want this. I mean, I think both of them together they made some badass songs.
Yeah,
definitely did. But I mean, like, they might just have a load. They want to do things themselves. Understandable.
NSYNC was badass together one day and they broke off, and Justin Timberlake. I mean, everybody needs to try their own thing eventually, right?
You gotta try, You
can't just you could be a tag team for good, but if you have 2 such high level talents like that, like you gotta let them go on their own.
You
know what I mean? Like, and you never know. The sky's the limit. They could.
Yeah, and Gurinder Gill dropped his own solo album, I think.
And it was good.
It was a great
really
album.
Good.
So it's good that they're both being able to get their shine individually.
I feel like people who do really good, they just always get hella heat. Like Gurdas Man's getting heat right now. Like and it's kind of valid.
Yeah, I think it is too. I mean, whenever you're popular, people are always gonna try to bring you back down to like a normal level. But I mean, Gurdas Man, the heat has, in my opinion, also been valid. I don't know how deep we want to go into it.
I don't really remember actually even going to one of his shows.
You've never been to one of his shows?
I feel like I have, but then like just because it's like something you would have gone to.
He hasn't come to Yuba, so you probably haven't.
No, we used to go to the Bay a lot for shows.
Oh, you did?
So that's why I'm like thinking.
Like your dad took you when you were super young?
Yeah, like I remember like
he came to Sac a lot.
Gurdas Man, I mean, random story. He was actually my dad's neighbor in Patiala because they're from this. Yeah, so Patiala is like they have that Punjabi university which hella artists come to. Gurdas Man was like I feel like if you come from Punjabi University, a lot of like really good artists come out of there. Like I think another like a good one. I think probably like Gurnan Puller. He was like recently in town. I'm sure he's probably trained from there. Like those guys.
Yeah, a lot of especially if it's a heavy bhangra like academy school. Like a lot of the artists come from those academies. Yeah. But I know Gurdas Man's heat is tricky because like there's valid arguments from both sides.
Yeah.
But like if you like someone for the music and you don't care what.
You could go there to just enjoy. It's like dancing to Bhangra music.
Exactly.
Like you hear sometimes. I mean, like some people don't like hearing Jat songs, but you still
like them.
I'm just coming back to rap. But rap mentioned once like something about Jat songs and how like he's like they're the most badass tracks he's ever seen. I mean, I'm not promoting that, but like I mean, for him to say that, I was like,
and it's not like he's approving of the caste system in any way. He's just saying like this art
just hits. Some stuff just hits.
Some stuff hits.
And it all goes back to like, again, it's a matter of taste, and can you or do you want to separate the art from the artist?
Yeah.
Right. Like if you can just go and listen to the music and be like, I don't care who's making it, it just hits.
And what they believe in. Now they're like, there's a difference though. Like if you see what's going on with Diddy,
or like R. Kelly or something, that's different because that's
that like, but it's still hard. Like I grew up listening to Diddy, right? And like if something plays in the car or I play it, like I'm not gonna be like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still songs from R. Kelly that are like, you
gotta like. But now, when you go into a concert, first of all, someone who's done that like bad of stuff or what he's getting accused of, they're not gonna have no tour. It's gonna get canceled.
He's done. I mean, he's gonna spend time.
I mean, it's not proven yet, so they'd have to. He's gonna have the baddest of bad boy lawyers. And they're gonna fight. And it's gonna be really long. It's gonna be a really long trial before he gets put away. And they denied his bail.
Yeah.
So he's going to be sitting in I think he's in one of New York's most roughest prisons. That's just like stabbings or suicides. That's like really high. Yeah. Huh?
Is it Rikers?
I forgot. It's like a 3-letter name. It's like MCU or something like. Don't quote me on it. It's like something with three letters. I was reading about it the other night.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know with like Gurdasman, he just like, I know he said some stuff and it definitely did like inflame a ton of people.
We talking about the show?
Huh? Like, no, I didn't know he had a show. Where is it? Oh, is that Bakersfield or something?
No. Well, so one of the good recent he told some guy to like grab something and shove it up pretty much. Wow. Like we said in Punjabi at one of his shows, and he came back and apologized, but we don't know if he's triggered, man. Like I'll be honest, like Punjabi people say something. I mean, I can't mean what he hears, but what I hear just being a DJ at some of these parties, and you would not believe it, it's by elders. Like they just say like play my song, play it now. I'm like, can you wait 30 seconds? If you don't play it, if I say that, no, it's a guard at my mom or my sister. That's how bad Punjabis are. So I mean, think about it. Especially artists, like if they tell you or not, it's happened to them.
Especially in
that's
those
a big deal to say that.
Settings,
but he got heat for it. Because it was someone senior.
And when there's alcohol involved, it just goes to a whole nother level too, right?
Like, so I'm pretty sure I've cussed out, like been cussed out and have cussed out like a bride and groom who I'm DJing their mama or something like that, because like they come at me so backwards and they're like just drunk and then like they're like and I'm like, can you wait like 30 minutes while I could just switch it? And then the P word comes out, you know what I mean? So it's like,
I also think when it's a wedding or some kind of like some kind of function that the family is putting on, they kind of get this sense of like empowerment, like this is my event, like
I'm paying you, or my family's
like,
paying for it.
You work for me, you're gonna listen to what I tell you, right? That kind of thing. It's an ego thing.
That's how I'm just going back to like the Gurdasman thing, like what could have triggered him, right? Because he's been doing shows for freaking 40 years, and one incident maybe, right?
I think there's more. There's been a couple. I mean, the one thing I heard that was like bad was I just heard it that he said something like, we should speak Hindi over like Punjabi. And I was like, like you're a Punjabi artist. Why would you say that?
Yeah, I think maybe from what I saw, and I could be wrong.
I've just heard that. I haven't. Like,
I think they asked
him say it.
The context. What should be the native language of India in general? And then he said Hindi, and then they're like, well, what about Punjab? And he's like, well, Punjab is a part of India.
Okay. And so that like kind indirectly,
okay.
Punjabi is what he is going to be the number one language in Punjab, right? I think that's what he kind of correlated with, something like that, where he said, well, even in Punjab it should be Hindi.
Like,
the native language. That's like saying, well, in Yuba City, what's the main language? Is it English or Punjabi? It's still going to be English.
I don't know. I
but over there's more Punjabis. Over here, there's more Gore. So,
and then there's, I mean, we can cut this out if we don't want to include this, but there's the KPS Gill ties, right? Like, I mean, it's not, you don't have to speculate. There's literally pictures of him with KPS Gill, you know what I'm saying?
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one to deny. All the other stuff, it's hearsay, who knows maybe what was said or what wasn't said, but that's like, all right, like, I wouldn't, after seeing that, if someone were to tell me like, I don't listen to Gurdasman anymore, boycotting. I'm not going to argue, man.
Yeah,
like,
that's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one where I say that side. If you're on that side of it, you have a valid point. Ain't no arguing. You know, that's
definitely. Yeah. And it's art.
Yeah.
Right.
I know, like, for me, I'm just like trying to think. There's not a ton of songs I remember that like I remember from Gurdasman, but obviously he has that song Shallah with Punjabi MC. That song, like, I mean, that's the mixed version. But that mix is like hard, right?
Yeah.
But like, but when I was older, I think I started.
You mean when you're younger?
Huh? No.
As you got older.
No. Okay. So as I got,
says when I was older.
No, so I mean, we heard that.
I get what you're saying. You say as you got older when you heard it. Okay.
First time I heard it was at that movie American Desi.
Yeah.
Right. They had a badass tracks for that. Like small. It was like small movie. It's not probably super popular outside of the brown community. Yeah. And they had Punjabi MC on their freaking.
Mainstream at the time, and I think they made that in England, right? Wasn't that one made in England?
What, the movie?
Yeah.
No, that's made here.
No, American. I'm thinking of Bend It Like Beckham.
That's England.
Yeah, that's England. Yeah. But the one thing I didn't know was that song Shallah was sang by Shaukat Ali, or like that melody was like Shaukat Ali's melody.
Yeah.
Shaukat Ali, I think, is the originator.
Yeah. He's actually not the guy who originated the song. There's a guy before him who actually created the song Shallah, and then Shaukat Ali popularized it, and then
Gurdasman took it to Punjabi level.
Huh? He brought out the tambourine.
Shaukat Ali's Punjabi. Yeah. He came to the Midla, and I remember when I was a kid, like, I was like, who the hell is this dude playing Baja? And everybody is like standing and like listening, like, damn. And then, you know, when you get older, you appreciate that, you know, music more, because you're like, damn, like,
he was even. I remember when he came to that. I think that might have been like 2001 or something. And he was actually at the more tail end of his career. Like, he was big in the 80s and 90s ish, and maybe even the 70s. But yeah, he was huge. Water Shaw, the writer. Yeah. So him and Gurdasman kind of both venture into that realm of
poetry.
The poetry.
Yeah.
That's why. And then they turn a lot of his poetry into songs. So
that's like, I mean, that's a real Punjabi, like that. Our roots.
Yeah. I mean, like, he wrote like Mirza. Right? The story, or not the story, but he. Water Shaw is the poet, right? He
wrote, they show like Mirza. I don't know if like, don't quote me. I don't know if he wrote. I think there's another guy, because they wrote like the Hir Ranja, and then Mirza Saiba, and there's a.
He's a folktale, so everybody could write their version for it. But Water Shaw's did blow up, and both those guys picked it up. I think Shaukat Ali picked it up, and then Gurdasman also picked it up.
There's a ton of people still in like Pakistan who still sing like that. Yeah,
that's not going nowhere.
They call it like Sufi music, right? Yeah, it's a Sufi element, which you don't see actually in any modern day Punjabi like artists, I think,
besides our boy Raf.
Raf has it all, man.
Yeah, dude, that guy's got range, man.
I didn't get to listen to it, but Nusrat actually had like some like lost tapes that just dropped.
Yeah, like a 10-minute documentary or something.
He has some album or something like dropped recently, and I was like,
I think it's like some files that like they left and they redropped it. I haven't got a chance. I think it just dropped like recently.
Just recently, like previously.
To get on it and listen.
I think like actually like some one of the guys on my Instagram actually, like, I think posted it, and I was like, damn. Nusrat has like respect from. All over the world.
I mean, he's one of the greatest vocalists of any genre ever of all time.
He's insane.
My goodness. Like,
oh man, the ranges he could hit.
I know, like, everyone was like raised listening to that.
Bro. It was just engraved in us.
Yeah, as it should be.
But it's kind of a way, like, out of all of our ages, like, I know when I was growing up, like, Gurdasman's engraved in me. Like, I remember, like, my dad having the records. Every time we watch any type of Punjabi programming, like, even the show your dad guys used to do, like, they would have a lot of Gurdasman on there, like, just like his songs, his music videos.
Yeah, like him. Even another one is Harpajan Man.
Oh yeah,
right. Like he sings like those classic like more like, you know, they probably sang at the band and stuff.
He's like the early 2000s Diljit actor singer doing tours.
I didn't appreciate. I remember when he came to the Midland, I was like, dude, this fool is so boring.
Oh.
But now I'm like, damn, this guy's songs hit. Like I'll be listening to.
Yeah. So now you go back, really folk, super folk.
Yeah, he's super folk. Like you gotta. He has a Mirza song, or is it?
It's Mirza Saban, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called specifically, but I just remember because
he probably has a huge catalog. He's been singing forever.
His son sings now too.
I saw that video.
Yeah,
recently went viral.
Yeah, his son is singing. I was like, oh, that's cool to see. Like,
he's like I was gonna say his son, or I don't know what his son does, but I think his son or his brother's a pilot.
Oh,
for
really?
a mainstream commercial airline.
Yeah,
I think out of Canada.
Wow, that's cool.
Cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
And his brother's a singer too.
Yeah, there was that video I sent it to you a while back of them when they were him and his brother when they were like really young, like teenagers. And they were singing. I forget what they were singing.
Harbhajan Man?
Yeah, Harbhajan Man and his brother. Yeah,
I think it was like in a Gurdwara, right?
Something like that. Yeah,
Harbhajan Man, Gursevik Man. Most of these guys they sang in Gurdwaras to start off. Yeah. I know like one. My dad would always tell me Daler Mendi. I don't think he really sings anymore, but his like he was singing a lot of Shabd Kirtan before he started. They're
actually talented brothers.
Yeah, I mean a lot of Punjabi music is a lot of the Guru Granth Sahib is basically poetry, right? Written in rag, which is like that classical like
scale.
If you can sing in that, right, you could sing anything. Yeah.
Well, there's different rags, right? When you come to singing, different scales. So see what you're saying, but it does all derive from the Vajja, right? So the way they sing.
Because when I was a kid, I wanted to really learn how to play dol, but like my parents are like, learn tabla first.
Oh, yeah?
So because it'll translate, but you can't think as a kid. You can't think that far that tabla is gonna translate.
I did.
Huh? Now you're like, definitely
same rhythm structures, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's like producers now, like Icky, for example. Like he's classically trained. I know he plays like sarangi. I'm sure he plays other stuff too. But that stuff I feel like can definitely translate later on in your life.
Yeah. This is knowledge, man. Even if you learn, like any kids want to learn music, you start them off with the piano. I think American piano, like whatever piano. That'll help you a lot. Just get the finger structure, get the notes,
just the foundation.
Foundation. Then you could go to any pretty much instrument. I think it's easier to go from there, from a learning standpoint, then go to like any rhythm, like drums or tabla, tolki.
Yeah.
But definitely, keys would be the first thing.
Oh yeah. No piano. Like my sister plays piano, and you can tell she's like. I mean, I think she produces music more on her end, but you can tell like she's able to like pick up instruments too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty easily.
Yeah. Because that's like the backbone. You could do it other ways by learning like rhythm first, and then. But I think it's tougher.
Because we were also. I mean, we did Shabd Kirtan as kids, so we learned harmonium at a young age.
That's awesome.
And that's probably why we pick up instruments a lot. New instrument I'm trying to pick up right now. I'm trying to pick up algoze.
Oh man!
But you have to get you have to get like that. I always wanted to play like bagpipe too. So it's like the whole like. You have to learn to breathe.
Wind, man.
You have to breathe.
Strong windpipe.
You have to breathe with while you're pushing out music. You have to breathe. You have to find the way through your nose.
And you gotta hit the notes.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool.
That's a beautiful instrument though. Punjabi has the best like instruments, man. I feel like. I mean, other cultures do too.
Folk stuff. Yeah, the folk stuff.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, like he was just saying earlier how like. When Raginder plays like live, I think we're probably going to see that return again, where people are playing like live music again, where like it's like something you saw earlier. Now maybe they'll see like some comeback in people. Like Mayful is like a big thing, right? Those
shout out to Mayful.
And they're ripping it. They're live. That's why it hits.
And it's good that like audiences can still appreciate it, like it's a nice kind of change of pace from like other sorts of concerts. Like if you go to a traditional, like if you go to a Drake concert, you're not going to see anybody like up there just playing an instrument. It's all
like Raph too. He dropped that new song and it's folk and it did good. And I'm like hoping like other people hear it and like, okay, let's do folk. Let's bring back folk.
Yeah.
Instead of the.
I mean, your song too. Yeah. That folk song's pretty good too, man.
Yeah. So it just. Folk is just folk, man. I'm hoping that Rafts brings it back.
I think it's gonna be like a. I don't think we're gonna see like full folk albums. I think it's gonna be
a little bit here and there.
You're gonna get like one song. I mean, one thing with folk is a ton of time because it's not just a. It's live instruments. Yeah,
and the vocals too, man. You have to have a strong like. I don't know like the terms technically because I'm not a singer, but like you got to be able to sing. Like JK, for example, right? That dude can just bust it out. Jazzy B, Raf, like Sidhu is one of them, but like not anybody can just bust out like a folk song, especially if you're performing live.
Oh yeah,
like that's probably a huge like workout to be able to sing. Like,
you'll notice the guys like if you have a singer who sing folk and a singer who can't. You'll notice them like day and night. Like, okay, I'm not saying that one's bad and one's like totally bad, but you can tell like, okay, this guy has it and this one probably doesn't. I'm not saying that the one who doesn't is bad.
Definitely.
Yeah, there is like that. I know Raf was talking about it on his Instagram about a month ago, but like he had this like debate on his story. Like,
sorry,
you're good.
Like, is Bhangra music dead, for example, and like whether or not an audience can still appreciate like a Bhangra song or artist or album. And personally, like I think people like Raf are proving that it's not, because an audience, even younger generations like myself, like can still appreciate like a good folk song. It's definitely like Punjabi music has evolved to where artists that are speaking Punjabi in their songs are doing like R&B or pop or hip hop or EDM. But folk music is still like, it still hits.
But go to a wedding. No one's playing originals. Yeah. We're playing remix with folk things, and every age is dancing.
You have a toli.
You have a toli there.
The tol at a wedding, like it's loud, but man, it gets you fired up.
Take the tol out. Take all the remixes out and just play the originals of what's coming out today. Not the stuff that has spoken. Just like it'll just be the energy would just be so low.
Yeah,
it's cool for the car, but the weddings and dancing, no.
Different environments, like different stuff hits.
Damn, that's a thing to even think about. Yeah,
somebody should do that.
Yeah.
So if any of y'all get married out there and you guys think you don't need folk music, don't hire a toli. Tell your DJ to play only originals and see what your energy is like.
Some people love just like hip hop music and don't like Bhangra. And,
but I'm talking about like at a Punjabi wedding. You're gonna tell me you're gonna play only hip hop?
Yeah,
you got me.
Man, you see the dancing; it's like a different type of dancing, right? Yeah.
I still see a lot of Bhangra, right?
Yeah,
I'm just telling you. I just like last night, like I DJ'd last night, and it was pure Bhangra crowd. Like they're just. And they requested Johnny Mary Makhana, bro. Like 95, track from 95, which is made all on Tol, Goje, all that in the back, and there's, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not going nowhere.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. If it does, and then it'll be the day pigs fly, in my opinion.
This is just a random thing. Thought of it, not about folk.
Yeah.
I heard some Jerry dropped aren't you listen to that guy Jerry?
Honestly, no.
Someone
ask him.
so no, but there was like someone sent me like there was like some not controversy, but like he dropped a song and Sukha dropped a song later, and they had like kind of like the same beat. And I don't know if it was from the same
beat pool
producer.
Or not.
So people who make music, the beats produce, they use something called Splice. Splice is a big like audio sample pool. So you pay like a monthly fee, and then you can get tons of like guitar samples, like any type of like a pre-made beat.
Is that what you use?
Everybody uses
it.
Every DJs use it, producers use it. Like we go on there and look for samples. Sometimes it's hard. Like say you want a idea of like say you want to make like I'm working on a song now called Warrior, right? And I need something like the song's hard. Like
are you actually working on a song?
Yeah, it's really a song called Warrior. Okay. And I'm looking. I had when I first started it, I had a hard time getting the vibe right because I wanted something strong. Like I'm thinking like. What was that movie called 300? Something like Gladiator type, like stabs, chord, and I try to play it out, couldn't do it. So I go on Splice, and bam, I find something by typing in the category. That's what everybody's doing now. When you run into like a freeze, you go on there. And some people are just sample-based producers. They don't really play anything out. They'll just look for a sample and manipulate it. So that's where it probably could have came up.
Yeah,
they could have probably used the same piece, and everybody uses that one big pool.
Yeah.
No, I know like in India there was like once, I want to say in 2013, I forget the artist. It might have been Gurnam Puller, I'm not sure, but like no, he wasn't actually relevant in 2013. There was like just like you're saying it, there were like maybe like 5 songs that all had the same like, you know, melody. And it was probably like that.
It could have been also the same producer was like, maybe had the beats made already and was like, okay, I'll just use this, save time type of thing.
Yeah. Because you see that in hip hop, like Western music too. Like sometimes, like if you go on Twitter, you'll be like, oh, this person copied this song because the beats sound the same. Like I feel like people, like artists, would be smart enough to know, like if you're straight copying a song, like the audience is going to pick up on it. So it's probably more than likely.
You could use a sample and it's still not easy. So like if you look at like... look at the song Bassa, right? It covers Usher's Yeah, right?
Yeah.
The little beat, the 4-chord little melody has in there. Yeah. But try to make a song from scratch with that. Even if you take that little piece from there, it's still hard.
Yeah. No, so like, can you do that?
I don't know. I don't think you can. I think, in my opinion, like a lot of people ask me that, like, oh, how come there's no copyright thing? I think it just didn't get big enough at that time.
Oh.
Maybe now something could happen. I don't know how, like with the streams and the recognition, but at that time, 2004, 2005, when both those songs dropped, I don't think it really got on their radar to get to Usher, be like, yo, these guys from England sample your track.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be like, oh, who was it? Was it Big Time? Or like at that time he's gonna be like, oh, it's Punjabis. Oh, it's okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like,
yeah, definitely.
Not saying in a derogatory way. I'm just saying that it probably, in my opinion, if you ask me, I think it never got there to that level.
Yeah, definitely.
Of like they jacked us. Now, like the way we've blown up, now, yeah. Now someone might be like, dude, what are you doing? Or hit you with a little disclaimer.
Yeah. I've been trying to, maybe, I mean, this is something I'll probably ask you for. I've been trying to reach out to some artists to get like, if we could use like 10 seconds of their like song for like an intro, but I was like, maybe I can just ask you if you have anything.
Yeah, now we have a DJ on our show. So
I mean, it's up to you.
I can just make you one.
But like I was like I was trying to reach out to Palwan for his like, he has like this 10-second split in Giovanni, and that's a folk. That's kind of a folk track. Yeah. It just hits because it's like a sarangi and just like bass, and I'm just like, damn, like this. You feel it in your bones. You know, that kind of
if you can get a hold of them, good luck.
Yeah, that's the problem right there.
Probably the thing is getting a hold of people.
Getting a hold of people, that is
I think how much they're getting flooded too.
Flooded by emails.
Yeah, you gotta have that personal connect.
That's definitely how a lot of stuff works.
Yeah, or even like the B21, that song Darshan, like that first little like that would be sick for a podcast, like just to drop that at the intro.
I put that on like the Suffrey video, and it hit copyright quick.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm not even gonna,
because then they'll just pull it, right? Yeah, they just won't let you post it.
Yeah.
It's tough. So especially if it's going where it's going posted, where you're going to post it, right? It just depends. Yeah.
I think it's better to like try to get something like approved, because you don't want to hit with the copyright later in the future. You can get everything removed. Like that's not worth it.
You know what's the most frustrating thing is, like, you sometimes, like back in the day, not now. Now you know ways to test it is because you would make a mix or something like and load it to SoundCloud, and they'll be like, oh, you jacked this beat from like, cause SoundCloud is just like, we're just matching up. We're not making anything original. And they'll be like, oh, you're going to strike on your account. 3 strikes, they delete your account. Damn. So then people will make backup accounts.
Yeah. We had to do that.
How does that work? Like, how does that work when you make like Slamz tape and you use like...
So if they're long, add an intro, add your own bass line, pitch it up or down. That's why sometimes you guys hear voice is different than the original. We have to pitch it to match not just the key, so avoid detection too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
have you ever, besides the Moose tape, have you ever hit a copyright strike?
Yeah. I think I got to like 2 one time, and I was like, okay, time for a backup account. And I would just upload everything on my backup account and repost from my main. So you figure out ways.
I know. I think it was like DJ Hans. I think his account got like removed, right?
Maybe. I know like a few guys that did, and then like that sucked because that's where all your mainstay is. So I was like, this is try to stay clear of that, you know?
Yeah.
So
our TikTok got banned. Our original TikTok account got banned, and it sucked.
Don't know.
To this day, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But apparently, because I was looking on Reddit, like it happens to a lot of people just for no reason. They'll just say like randomly.
I got permaban. You got to like start.
So we had to,
really?
and then I had, so we made a new one.
Our account.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, shit.
And I was nervous about like reposting all the old stuff. So I was like, what if it gets banned again? And it hasn't. Knock on wood, thank God to this point. But
There be some sketch stuff I see online though now, like even on TikTok and IG, like just really like ratchet stuff.
Yeah.
Like people just like saying crazy things and like.
I mean, social media.
The internet's
Like,
a
look
crazy
at Twitter.
place, man.
Twitter is Twitter.
Yeah, but
or
like
X,
if you think of like Instagram, like 2 or 3 years ago, there wasn't that like raunchiness.
Oh,
and
yeah.
now it's like
Now it's
there.
like
That's
yeah.
wild. Like
Yeah,
some
it's
of the
a
stuff
little
you see,
much.
like whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it sells,
That's just
man.
what it is. Yeah,
it's
it is
tough.
what it is.
Yeah, it's just. Wow.
That's social media,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. I mean, also, you could do whatever the hell you want now and, you know, get paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's it.
Literally.
Unique digital world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's a good thing and like a bad thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's where we're putting ourselves, literally right in the middle of it.
Well, you got to adjust with the times. And
Yeah.
Like it or not, you have to do it, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then it is, honestly, it kind of engraves you how life is. I mean, life 30 years ago, 20 years ago, we weren't dependent on a device, and now we're making fucking content
Yeah.
for people to watch on a 9-inch screen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. Fuck. I know, man. Damn. I mean, that's wild.
Wildness.
Yeah.
And the
right.
funny thing is, like the how our like the older generations are adapting to social media.
Yeah.
They still.
When you see them, when I see my parents on, like, if I see I used to be like, you know, like parents are on Facebook. Oh man, it's
but
dumb.
boy, you guys as parents are different.
Yeah.
Man. Like okay, like your dad went to school here. Your dad's a physician.
He didn't go to school here.
Well,
Yeah.
your dad's a practicing physician
Yeah.
here, right?
Yeah.
And your mom, you know, she's probably, she's raised you guys here and all that,
Yeah.
right? But like, you see some of like the Bendu family members on there, you're like, they got like 3 Facebook accounts. I'm like, what's wrong with the other 2? Oh, do the password, I'm like, dude,
That's
like
funny.
my dad has a hacked Facebook account.
Oh, what?
And they post some weird shit.
Oh, like someone made an account?
Someone took the password and just repost weird shit. I don't know what's going on with it. And we're going to have to tap into my connections into Facebook and get it destroyed.
Yeah.
Because there's some whack shit that gets posted. I'm like,
Yeah.
Dad, you doing this? He's like, no, that's not even on Facebook. And he shows me his phone and it's like he has a completely different account.
It actually happened to his girlfriend.
Oh yeah,
some person.
She got somebody was using her pictures as as their own, right? Like so
Yeah.
they made a separate Instagram account. They call themselves Karen Gill. I hope that wasn't anyone that you know.
That's my
Mr.
sister's
Gill.
name.
Yeah.
My sister's name is Karen Gill.
They were literally jacking from her Instagram, taking her pictures and using them. And I don't know how deep we want to get into this, but they were using it wasn't just a bot, it was an actual person who was talking to people that they were talking to somebody that we knew of, and that person, that's how we found out
impersonator.
about the account, because the person who we still don't know who was running the account was talking to somebody that we knew, and that person approached my girlfriend and they were like, oh, I've seen
What
is
the
this
heck?
you? And then we were like,
That's
what
scary,
the hell? This is a
dude.
couple
That's
years
weird,
ago.
right?
It was a weird situation.
I had a bot make an account of a separate account for me, and I'm like, people start messaging me right away, like, yo, is this you? I'm like, no, it's a bot. Luckily, I know a friend that works for Facebook and Instagram, and it was gone within 2 hours.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
that's good.
I got blessed, but some people don't get that blessing, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no.
Yeah, she was like, she got it done, and I was like, oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
That's a real connect. Yeah. Social
Yeah.
media
I got
connect.
tap into that for my dad. Now.
Yeah, the
You know what I mean?
connections. Yeah.
Pops is running 2 fake accounts.
You got a mosquito right there. That's probably what. Yeah, moving around right. Oh, there's 2 of them. Oh man.
Where? There's mosquitoes here, or my mosquito
Around
bite? I have
you,
a
around
mosquito bite.
There's
right
2
there.
around you.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I felt something. I thought it was my legs sweating.
Yeah, we cranked the AC up in here.
Yeah.
Hopefully, hopefully the. I'm sure the center's on. I mean, I'm joking, but it's chill. I'm just, yeah, no.
Hope they don't bill us for the AC.
Yeah. We need to get some sponsorships.
Yeah.
Costs are
That's
increasing.
how I think Dr. Kane could take care of it. He'll foot the bill for us for the AC.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Do you want to keep going? 540?
Here, I'll clap so you know the spark.
Yeah.
I have figured it out now.
Okay.
There's a way
Oh, really?
to you can You can go through we didn't clap, but you can go into the audio and basically like, I mean, you got to listen for it and then you start it.
You can look at the wavelength too, see where there's a huge gap.
Yeah. We still recording? Yeah. All right. Yeah. No, you could. Yeah. That's what you look at. I mean, you probably do that when you do your sound. Yeah.
Yeah. When I
do
like
the same thing, probably.
Yeah. Even when I edit like my little banters, I do.
Yeah.
Like I'll just actually record it all on my computer, and just go through in Final Cut and edit, and I can see the gaps.
Yeah.
And I just cut that.
Yeah. I've never used Final Cut. I just started using Adobe because I was like, this is what the pros do, and I was like, if I want to like, hopefully, get to that editing style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. We could probably wrap it here, right?
Yeah. I think we can call it.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Till next time, y'all.
I'm in the middle, so yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we got some guests. We got some guests lined up, actually.
Yeah. Be fire.
Yeah. All right.